My so-called life is sponsored by How's it going? I'm Godless Sewing, and this is the Godless Sewing channel. So today, I made a beautiful trench coat, and I finally got over my fear of side pockets. Also, I brought my Singer Merritt 1862 back to life, and summer is slowly creeping up here in California, and I made Spants. I am falling in love with the Janko style long shorts that are almost pants. So, as always, strap on, wear a helmet, and let's go sewing!
Get the most fun out of life, out of being a mother and wife. With new fashion excitement that's all created by you. On your new Touch and Sew sewing machine by Singer. Touch and Sew, another first from Singer.
Be the girl with the golden touch on your new Singer Golden Touch and Sew machine. Dozens of exclusive features, like this new built-in needle threader for the golden slant needle, and the push-button bobbin that winds right in the machine. What a wonderful new feeling. You can do all three kinds of sewing: straight, zigzag, and chain stitch.
Touch and Sew, the push-button bobbin way.
Come sew on one at your Singer Center. Choose from 5 Touch and Sew models from $149.95.
What's new for tomorrow is at Singer today.
So, I have a question for you. What color is this coat? Is it red? Is it orange? Am I colorblind? Let me know in the comments. Do you know, as someone who collects sewing machines, it's sometimes easy to walk away from an overpriced sewing machine. I know the price that I'm willing to pay for, and nowadays people are asking for outrageous prices for everything. But I still cannot walk past a $14 sewing machine. I absolutely do not like Singer Merritt sewing machines. Every single Singer Merritt that I have ever purchased was DOA. So I was kind of reluctant when I saw this machine, but for $14, I accepted the challenge, and I'm actually really excited that I did because I got it going. You know, some of these old Singer sewing machines are complete duds, but it's a toss-up when it comes to the 1980s, 1970s, and 1990s sewing machines, but this machine is absolutely solid. So, like I always say, instead of talking about it, let's check it out. Alright, this might sound horrible. Oh! Look at that. You know, for a machine I had to completely take apart and put back together, it still sounds kind of horrible, but it works. It needs a little bit more work, but it works. And of course, I forgot my scissors. It's kind of tradition at this point. But this threw down a perfect stitch. You may or may not be able to see that I tried to use light colors, but I know I'm sitting in a really extremely dark room. But for all the work that I had to do, this machine came out perfect because it's working again. And with a little bit of love and a ton of lube, I can get rid of that squeak. So, like I always say, stay creative, keep sewing. Do you know, as somebody who loves sewing, there's certain things that feel like an absolute accomplishment. About a month and a half ago, I purchased a trench coat from my local Goodwill, and I absolutely fell in love with it. But it had side pockets, and it was something that I was almost scared to attempt to do. And recently I found this material, which I'll let you tell me what color you think it is, but up close it looks like a couch. It looks like a 1970s couch. It is extremely durable and it's perfect for a trench coat. So when I saw this material, I instantly knew what I was gonna do, but I was kind of reluctant because, again, side pockets are something that I have never done. But all I did was sit down and think about it. And slowly but surely, the pockets came out perfect. I added the lining and the coat looks beautiful. I love how this came out. And as a sewist, I feel completely accomplished because I conquered something that I was scared of. So never be scared to try something new because eventually you're gonna get there. This is great. Today was the first day that the sun came out. It's been cold this entire summer. I'm gonna say that in quotation marks. So this coat has been perfect. I absolutely love the way it came out. And it looks great. So, like I always say, stay creative, keep sewing. Do you know, for the past 2 days, I've been looking for my yarn. I thought it was in old grocery bags, but I had completely forgot that I put it in a toolbox. I forgot how much yarn I have. Every time I go to the 99-cent store and I see a color that I think that I do not have, I purchase it. And it's built up over time. So while I'm cleaning, I'm also semi-shaming myself. Maybe one day I'll stop buying yarn. But it wasn't today. And that's okay if you have a million hobbies and procrastination is one of them. Like I always say, stay creative, keep sewing. So a while ago, I went off about the show The Sons of Anarchy. How it's cosplay. It's literally people pretending to be bikers. And because of this television show and shows like it, they have sold more motorcycles than Harley ever could. And I have a lot to say about that. And I would always say, if you have Sons of Anarchy clothes on, you're a total has-been or a wannabe. And then today, at my local thrift store, I found this sweater. It obviously came from the Sons of Anarchy set because it says Sons of Anarchy construction. But it fits perfect, and I like it. So don't ever wear anything that you're not willing to defend yourself for. A long time ago, I said that no matter what you wear, you should feel comfortable in your skin. And you shouldn't use other people as a measuring stick to what you should wear. I absolutely love this sweater, and I'm going to wear it with a vest on top, but I'm going to sport this thing because it is glorious. So, like I always say, keep sewing, stay creative. You know what's really funny? I am now entering my Spants era. I am completely in love with Spants. When I say Spants, I mean long pants. I made Jankos a while ago and completely fell in love with my pants. And recently, I started making long shorts. And then Kilroy made a suggestion. and I have fallen in love with my most recent pair of Spants. I added gigantic pockets. I was gonna call them cargo, but the pockets are so huge they go from the back all the way to the front. I put buttons on the back. I haven't decided if I'm gonna put buttons on the front yet, but I fell in love with them. And while I was skating, I noticed how perfect my Spants were for skating. So they're definitely summer wear and something that I'm going to be sporting all summer long. I am completely stoked. This design kind of fell into my lap, so to speak, and I ran with it. So, like I always say, stay creative, keep sewing. There's truly never a boring day here in the house of sewing. If you've made it this far, I thank you. And like I always say, reinforce your seams, be yourself, and I will definitely see you next time.
So many times, by holding back, I let the good things pass me by. And then one day I asked myself the reason why. Like an answer from above, you